PokemonGO trainer. This is Life After 50, a PokemonGO podcast. I am your host, Josh Flores, and welcome. Yes, welcome. Thank you. Okay, stop. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 9, Ride the Wave, and that'll be explained in our story. So yesterday I was on my way to do a video, which I'm still going to do, but yesterday I got a bit derailed. See, on my way to get some B-roll, some footage, a friend hit me up and said, hey, do you want to participate in Radar? Are you going to come through? And I was literally a couple blocks away. So I was like, yeah, bet. Why not? The sunlight was going down and I really needed the light for the footage. But at the same time, I hadn't seen this friend in a while. So I was like, even if nothing pops off in the raids, at least I got to see him. You know what I mean? And sure enough, he showed up and there were more people with him that I hadn't seen in a while. And it was just a great time overall. But the craziest thing that happened is like second raid. Look, check this out. Shiny. That's why I got the blue shirt on. For the blue Blacephalon, I guess. Whatever it is. But yeah, second raid, shiny. We did a couple more raids, but after the first half hour, everyone was kind of over it. And everyone left. It was just my friend and I. And he was like, hey, you down to just keep chilling? And part of me kind of wanted to say no. Well, not no, but like, you know, I had stuff to do, but I can't tell a friend, yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't seen you in a while and I got stuff to do. So yeah, that's ridiculously rude. So I was like, yeah, of course, you know, let's just keep raiding, you know, for the entire hour, for the rest, you know, it's only 30 more minutes. You got to ride the wave. And sometimes when you do that and you go in with no expectations, you come out with a better sense of yourself and a better sense of what the universe can bring you. Because if I hadn't said yes, not 5 minutes after that raid, I got this. The Hundo. Poof. The Hundo Blacephalon, which was insane because when we were in the car and we were all raiding it, I was talking so much nonsense about Blacephalon and how useless it was. And now that I have the Hundo, I am so happy and it is my buddy and I will never let it go and I will love it forever. I honestly didn't even know how it could get any better than that other than those two kind of coming together and forming a shundo. But just for good measure, the last raid that we did, I got this. Poof. Another shiny. Insane. After that, I was able to make very little progress on my upcoming video, but I did get to hang out with a friend, get a hundo, get a couple shinies, and I did get one more shiny. I did a Dynamax Ghastly raid, and check it out. Shiny. Dynamax Ghastly. Crazy. CP is terrible, but it's, you know, it's a shiny Dynamax. Then, sometime later, I traded my second shiny Blacephalon to my friend because she lives on the other side of the world, and she suggested that I trade something from an older year, you know, in order to increase the chances that the Pokemon becomes lucky. And it was lucky for her, and I chose Zekrom, and look at the Zekrom I got. Poof. Yeah, it wasn't as good for me as it was for her, but at least somebody got something good out of the deal, and none of that would have happened had I not just said yes, had I not just gone with it, had I not just gone with the flow and just ride the wave and just, you know, sometimes plans get derailed for a reason. In this case, it wasn't a bad thing. And speaking of riding the wave, we rode that wave pretty hard of speculation when we speculated about the Sparring Buddies event, but since we actually do have some informations on it, let's talk about it now. Fighting type Pokemon are ready to flex their might on Sparring Partners Raid Day. That's going down Sunday, April 13th, 2025 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. The featured Pokemon will appear more frequently in raids. In Mega Raids, you'll have Mega Heracross. In regular raids, you'll have Hariyama and Scraggy. If you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny one. Since this is a raid day, the chances are 1 in 10, I believe. I was wrong about the Pokemon. I mean, it made sense. You had the Tyrogue Hatch Day the week before, so you have the Hitmonlee and the Hitmonchan for the week after. I mean, you know, everybody makes mistakes. Except for this, the attack availability update. I mean, I did have it right. It is the charge attack upper hand, but in trainer battles, instead of doing whatever I said it does, 50 or 65, it does 70 power and has a chance to lower the opponent's Pokemon's defense by one stage, where I said it was a guaranteed increase of attack. In gyms and raids, it does 70 power. I think I was wrong about that, but the remote raid pass limit will be increased to 20. I was spot on with that. Receive up to 5 additional. Yep, that's because those are just standards. And then the event ticket for $4.99. You will get more raid passes. Increased chance to get Rare Candy XL, 50% more XP from raid battles, 2x Stardust from raid battles. These bonuses will be effective on Sunday, April 13, 2025 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. There will also be a free time research opportunity. It will award you 10,000 Stardust, 1,000 additional Stardust for completing a raid battle for a total of 2,000 Stardust or 3,000 Stardust with the event ticket and more. If you are purchasing the event ticket, even by the time you get this news, it'll be too late, but always buy your stuff from the web store. And that's it with the sparring partner stuff. Now, after that, this week is going to have a difference in, let's take a look on LeakDuck, max battles. So max battles from April 14th to April 21st are going to be different. Starting off the week, you're going to have Dynamax Wooloo during Max Mondays. So after the sparring partners on Sunday, on Monday, you're going to have the Dynamax Wooloo. Wooloo is a normal type Pokemon, so you need anything to defeat it. Its weakness is fighting, but it is a Wooloo. So you can literally use almost any Dynamax Pokemon you have available. I don't know if it has an increased chance to be shiny, but it does have a good shiny. It is a good Pokemon to get Dynamax. If you are looking to build like a little arsenal, it is relatively cheap to max raid. Then, on Tuesday, you're going to have a switch up from the Ultra League and the Spring Cup. Now you're going to have the Master League and the Spring Cup. So in the Master League, there's no CP limit. There's no restriction on any kind of Pokemon, whereas the Master Premier Cup restricts the Legendary. So this is unrestricted on every single level except Mega Pokemon. And obviously for the Spring Cup, Pokemon must be at or below 1500 CP to enter. Only Water, Grass, and Fairy type Pokemon are eligible. The following Pokemon will not be allowed: Jumpluff, Roserade, and Toxapex. If you didn't know, now you know. Also on Tuesday, there's going to be Fomantis, a Spotlight Hour. If you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny one. On Tuesday, April 15th, Fomantis Spotlight Hour, 6 to 7 p.m. local time. You're going to have 2x XP evolution. So if you do not want to participate in that, please tag all the Pokemon that you want to evolve beforehand. And between the hour of 6 and 7 p.m. local time on Tuesday, April 15th, evolve your Pokemon for 2x evolution XP. Remember your lucky egg or a lucky egg with Roar of Time. On Wednesday, it says Tinkatink makes its smashing debut in the return of the Pokemon Horizons The Series Celebration event. Trainers, the Pokemon Horizons The Series Celebration event returns to PokemonGO with Tinkatink and its evolutions making their smashing PokemonGO debuts. And that's not all. Other Pokemon and human characters from the animated series will also appear in the game. US fans, you can watch Pokemon Horizons Season 2, The Search for Laqua on Netflix now. For more information on the new animated series, please see here. I actually did click on that. We're not going to click on that now, but I actually did click on that, and it's it's got information you get from watching the first episode, so I would just watch the first episode. And then UK fans, pretty much the same exact thing, except you can watch it on BBC iPlayer now. The Pokemon Horizons The Series Celebration event is going down Wednesday, April 16th at 10 a.m. to Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025 at 8 p.m. local time. The Pokemon debuts says time to celebrate. The following Pokemon first discovered in the Paldean region will make their PokemonGO debuts: Tinkatink, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton. A new costume Pokemon will appear during this event. Let's first talk about Tinkatink. Tinkatink is a fairy type. Is a fairy and a steel type. Let's look it up. Tinkatink is a fairy and a steel type, which evolves into Tinkatuff, remains a fairy and steel type. And then Tinkaton, still fairy and steel type, except it has a ginormous hammer, which is great. It makes sense. Cute little thing with a ginormous. Yeah. I'm totally down with it. But the costume Pokemon that will appear during this event is Floragato, wearing a hat with Lico's pin. You can use 25 Tinkatink candy to evolve Tinkatink into Tinkatuff, and 100 Tinkatink candy to evolve Tinkatuff into Tinkaton. Never want to read that sentence ever again in my life. So for this event, you're getting Tinkatink and you're getting Floragato with Lico's pin, wearing a hat with Lico's pin. Also, I read ahead, you're also going to be able to get the Captain's Pikachu. If you haven't gotten that already from the last event, you can also get it now. The following Pokemon will hatch from 7-kilometer eggs. Those are the eggs you get from friends, from your gifts from friends. Those are Elekid, Hatenna, Charcadet, Tinkatink. Elekid and Charcadet are shiny eligible. Hatenna and Tinkatink are not. I do not suggest hatching the event eggs unless you are using your free incubator. You know, maybe I'm wrong, because it says after the event ends, Tinkatink may hatch from 10-kilometer eggs. So, scratch everything I said. You are going to need, you're going to hatch, go crazy with the 7-kilometer eggs, because after that, they're only going to be available in 10-kilometer eggs, and everyone knows what a pain that is. Also, I think because of its typing, Fairy and Steel, it is going to be useful, especially if it gets access to Astonish. I think it already has access to Fairy Wind and Rock Smash as its fast moves, and then for its charge moves, I think it has like Draining Kiss, Flash Cannon, Brutal Swing, stuff like that. But as long as it has access to a fast move that can generate energy quickly, then we should be okay. Being as that it's a three-stage evolution, hopefully it'll have some play in like the Ultra League. I hope it's not as useless as the Gothita line, because I was really just hoping that would just come through with something good, and it just never did. I'm really sad when they don't give good stuff to 3-stage evolution Pokemon, 2-stage evolution, that evolve twice into, you know what I mean. Anyway, the event bonuses for this event: Team Go Rocket Balloons will appear more frequently, which usually means that instead of appearing every 6 hours, they will appear every 3 hours. Half egg hatch distance when eggs are placed into incubators during the event. I think that Pokemon Go knows everyone has leftover incubators from like past events, and they're just like throwing this half egg hatch distance into every single event, which I'm not mad at, especially because I single incubator it. So this is good. An increased chance to encounter shiny Pikachu wearing Cap's hat and shiny Floragato wearing a cat shiny Floragato wearing a cat hat. Cat hat. This is always funny to me. But yeah, Shiny Florigato wearing a hat with Lico's pin. Increase shiny for both of them. Smile. You might have a surprise encounter with characters and Pokemon seen in Pokemon Horizons, the series, when you take a snapshot during the event. So remember to take your snapshots. Usually they've been doing 3 to 5 snapshots. Anyway, just max out on your snapshots. And then for wild encounters, the wild encounters for this event are going to be Quagsire, the evolution of Wooper, and it's not going to be the Paldean Wooper. It's just going to be regular Quagsire. It cannot be shiny, but the rest can. Shuckle, Slugma, Nosepass, Snorunt, Sprigatito, Florigato wearing a hat with Lico's pin, Fuecoco, Quaxley, Palmy. Well, scratch what I said before. Quaxley cannot be shiny and Palmy cannot be shiny. But the Florigato can. Florigato being the evolution of Sprigatito, and it doesn't seem like it says that you can evolve the Florigato. Right? That's the evolution, Florigato. Into what's the final evolution for this this Pokemon? Anyway, the featured attack. Pikachu wearing Cap's hat encountered during the event will know the charge attack Volt Tackle. Volt Tackle in trainer battles does 90 power and gyms and raids does 90 power. Does this matter? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Moving on. The following Pokemon will appear in raids. 1-star raids, you'll have Pikachu wearing Cap's hat, Chansey, Rockruff. In 3-star raids, you'll have Charizard, Alolan Muck, Metagross, and Florigato wearing a hat with Lico's pin. Which is cool because you can raid for these Pokemon, these costume Pokemon. Alolan Muck and Metagross cannot be shiny in the raids, so I don't understand that. I mean, I understand that the Alolan Muck and Metagross are partner Pokemon to some of the Pokemon, to the characters in the Horizons. It's just that the Metagross, the candy is always welcome. The XL candy is always welcome, but the Muck, is it going to have a Mega in the future? Because then that would make sense, more sense. Don't raid Alolan Muck, please. Raid everything else. Charizard has a Mega, so it can be shiny. Metagross has a Mega, it can't be shiny, but it's because the Mega hasn't come out yet. But yeah. And then you have field research. Like always, event field research tasks will be available. Timed research, there'll be a free timed research opportunity available. Complete tasks to earn XP Stardust and encounters with event themed Pokemon. Please note that timed research expires. And of course, you're going to have a paid timed research for $4.99 or the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency. You'll be able to access event exclusive timed research. Timed research rewards include the following: 1 incubator, an event theme avatar pose, encounters with Tinkatink, and more. This pose is amazing. I'm going to show it right now. Bam. It's a trainer with the Tinkaton hammer, and the trainer is hammering the hammer into the ground and then picking it back up. But looking at me like, yeah, this is nothing for me. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the confidence. I appreciate the power. I appreciate that it is not some useless postcard pose where you're just looking at mail and then swiping through mail and then that's it, and then not even looking happy. I mean, this trainer doesn't look happy swinging the hammer, but I mean, who really, you can't really smile. You don't really smile when you swing a hammer like this. You smile on the inside. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. All right, trainer. The next and last event for next week is going to be, we got a button for this, Gigantamax Snorlax Max Battle Day. Yes. Trainers, don't sleep on this giant opportunity. Gigantamax Snorlax emerges in a new Max Battle Day. Insane. Do we have a Gigantamax Snorlax Max Battle Day is going down Saturday, April 19th, 2025 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. Gigantamax debut. The following Pokemon will make its PokemonGO Gigantamax debut in 6-star max battles. This is not a Dynamax Pokemon. This is a Gigantamax Pokemon, which means that its damage output is insane. Its stats are just always going to be better. It is Snorlax, a fan favorite, so it's just going to be amazing. If you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny one, but remember, Gigantamax Pokemon cannot be transferred to Pokemon Home. The event bonuses for this event will be the max particle collection limit will be increased to 1,600 instead of 800. All power spots will host Gigantamax battles. Power spots will refresh more frequently, 8 times max particles from power spots. 2 additional special trades for a total of 3 if you haven't made your other one. This event is going to be insanulous. The following Pokemon will be active on April 19th from 2025 12 a.m. to 5. The following bonuses, not Pokemon, The following bonuses will be active on April 19, 2025 from 12 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. 2 times max particle from exploring. So when you walk your kilometer, you're going to get more particles for exploring that 1 kilometer and quarter adventuring distance to receive said particles. So you're going to receive more for walking, and you can walk less to receive more. And you get more from the particle things around the gyms. If you play your cards right, I think you can do 3 or 4 of these for free without buying a particle pack, especially if you save your particles from the day before. Excuse me, there'll be timed research. Complete the timed research to encounter Dynamax Pokemon that are strong contenders for battles against Gigantamax Snorlax. These tasks will also reward candy and max particles to help power up your team. April 16th at 6 p.m. to April 19th at 5 p.m. Dynamax Machop. So you would probably get like 3 encounters, similar to how you did with the Dynamax Raikou and Drillbur. They're giving away free Dynamax Machop, or just 1. Anyway, just 1 would be still sufficient. Well, not sufficient. You still need people and all that stuff, but it is a nice little free giveaway. But what isn't free is the event ticket. And for $5 of the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency, you'll be able to access event-exclusive timed research. Timed research rewards include the following: 1 Max Mushroom, 25,000 XP. You'll also receive the following bonuses: 2 times XP from max raid battles, max particle collection limit increased to 5,600. This timed research will be effective on Saturday, April 19th, 2025 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. Trainers will be able to purchase and gift tickets to any of their PokemonGO friends. Please do not gift this to me. I don't even know if I can participate in this yet because my work schedule hasn't come out yet. And if it does, I will be buying this for myself. Meaning that I usually always buy the ticket. But if you want to buy the ticket, you should. This is an amazing value for an amazing Pokemon. It should be an amazing day. Everything about this is just amazing. Obviously, if you want to get the most out of your dollar, you want to go to the web store. Hands down, you want to go to the web store. You're going to get a better value. You're going to get more stuff. What does it say? It says a Gigantamax Snorlax Max Day Ultra ticket box will be available for $4 plus tax, all that stuff, and you'll get the tickets plus bonus max particles at no additional cost. Yeah, you're paying for it. But the cost is your time to go to the web store instead of getting it from the app, which only takes a couple seconds. Please get the most value out of this game as possible, seeing as that there are so many microtransactions at every single turn. I don't know what it says about this Max Mushroom, but we can read ahead. It says the Max Mushroom is an item that temporarily doubles all damage that your Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon deal in max battles. You can use multiple Max Mushrooms consecutively to increase the effect's duration, but it will not increase the damage multiplier. You can use a Max Mushroom from your item bag while you're in a max battle lobby. You can also see whether other trainers in the lobby have activated Max Mushrooms. What that means is that you have a little bit of time, 7 days, 6 days, whenever you're watching this, whenever you're listening to this, to prepare for this event, to coordinate with other trainers. Go to really densely populated cities. If you can, find other people on Campfire, Discord, wherever you have to. This is a must-grab Pokemon. I hope I can participate. I hope you can participate. And remember, you don't have to be the very best. You already are. Okay, love you. Bye.